Hey fantastic people, welcome back to F1ntastic Gaming. You can see we're back with another video, and we're back with a brand new series. Actually, it's not a brand new series, it's just a new series in a different game, the My Team Career mode. And this is the F1 2021 My Team Career mode, and you can see we're jumping straight into it. And I'm actually going to do a 10 race season this time because I feel like I want to go for a shorter season, you know, and I want to make it more unique. I want to make it more quick and exciting and swift. So that's why I went for only 10 races, but I'm deciding which races. And I did record this before the update, and anyways, I didn't want the new circuits to be in season 1 because I think my team is a little bit more serious, and when we have new circuits, I want to get more practice on them before incorporating them in my team. And I did record this a while ago, so they're not available yet. But yeah, this was my calendar, my initial calendar. I was deciding the final few races, and I accidentally went to 16 races, and it kind of got reset to the default calendar, and I didn't exactly notice that. So when I was going through the final few races, I kind of lost my customizations, and I ended up with a different calendar to the one I would have preferred. But the final calendar is Bahrain, Spain, Canada, Austria, Britain, Belgium, Netherlands, Italy, Japan, and Brazil. It's not bad. There are a couple of challenging races in there, which is kind of what I intended for, and there are of course some fun races in there. And Bahrain as the season opener. I'm gonna use my team icons because I feel like in later seasons we're gonna use them, and I did choose my team icons. But finally, we're at the point where we're gonna begin our career. We're gonna finally start our career, and we're gonna finally start the customizations. I chose my avatar, and I'm gonna choose my audio name. I chose it as Maverick, so in the commentary I'm gonna be referred as Maverick. It's just a nice throwback to Top Gun, and I feel like it represents me because I'm willing to take risks out on track in the game. But yeah, going through driver numbers, I'm gonna choose number 8. I would have gone for 7. I didn't want to choose 2 because that's kind of like that's number 2. Number 1 is always better than number 2, so I didn't want to choose number 2. And now we're on to some of the team details and some of the finance part of the game. And of course the team name is F1ntastic Racing, as it always will be. And yeah, just I remember I spent time thinking of a team name when I started the F1 2020 My Team Career mode, and I just thought, let's go for F1ntastic Racing. You know, it's a simple name, and it represents F1ntastic Gaming and F1ntastic, of course. But yeah, now let's get into the actual details, like our primary sponsor.
Nice. Now, some kind of income stream is critical, so we need to sign a primary sponsor. Our primary sponsor will pay a sign-in bonus to the team up front. This is vital to cover the early investments we need to make. They'll also provide a valuable weekly income for us. Each sponsor has a goal they want the team to achieve. If we hit that goal, the sponsor will pay us an additional goal bonus.
So this is obviously a very important part of the game, of the beginning of our team, because we have to choose a primary sponsor, and they're going to be the first sponsor on our car, and I chose Moon. Their goal is to earn 25 Constructors Championship points in a season, which I feel is kind of ambitious, but I feel like we can achieve that. The weekly income is great. They've got a really good goal bonus, so that could really help us out of season 2, so I feel like this is the best sponsor to choose for us. And also they have a really good signing bonus. And for people who are new to the F1 games, these are not real companies, these are just fake companies, so that we can have the experience of actually getting sponsors in the game for our team.
Fantastic, now we've got a budget to work with. Our car won't be going anywhere fast without a power unit, so let's sign a power unit supplier now. We need both performance and durability from our power units, but we also need to balance the books. We're going to have a lot of other areas to invest our cash into.
I don't know about the costs, but the ratings and the engine suppliers are the actual engine suppliers in F1, and you can see that Ferrari is the most expensive, yet it's definitely not the best engine supplier, and Mercedes is a little bit better than Honda, especially in performance, but I'm gonna go for Honda because I feel like they've really stepped it up this year. Their engine has gotten better, and I don't want to waste money, too much money on the Mercedes power unit.
We almost have all the key partners for our team now, but we still need a teammate for you. These are the drivers available to be your first teammate. They have all their own strengths and weaknesses, so consider everything when deciding who to hire. Drivers earn acclaim based on their performances. When a driver earns enough acclaim, they will level up. The higher a driver's level, the more acclaim they will earn for their current team. And remember, the faster the team levels up, the faster our income will increase. The higher a driver's experience, the more resource points are earned to spend on vehicle upgrades. Racecraft is the driver's skill to effectively complete overtakes when opportunities arise. Awareness shows the driver's ability to avoid errors and incidents. Pace describes the driver's ability to set competitive lap times. Focus represents the driver's current form and state of mind. Rating is a summary of the driver's overall skill level.
So when we're beginning our My Team career, we obviously have an F2 driver. So this is something we saw in F1 2020 and F1 2020 as well. Our first teammate will always be an F2 driver or a former F2 driver, and you can see that they're not very well rated, and their contract cost is also very low because we can't afford a current Formula 1 driver. But I'm thinking of getting Guan Yu Zhou as my teammate. His focus is higher than Lundgaard, and so is his racecraft. Their overall rating is the same, their level is the same, their acclaim level, but I think Lundgaard's awareness is more, and so is his pace. But Zhou definitely has better racecraft and better focus, which is why I think he'll suit our team better, and which is why I have hired him as my teammate.
Looks like we can afford this power unit supplier and teammate. Go ahead and confirm if you're happy.
Now we're gonna head to a bit of a tutorial about meeting the press. So this is Meet the Press. Formula 1 drivers receive a lot of media attention, and how you deal with the press can have an impact on several aspects of your career and the fine art of diplomacy. How you answer interview questions can affect the morale of your R&D departments. Very important. Keep the press on side. Consider your answers carefully. Refusing to answer questions can frustrate the press, and it makes them give you difficult questions in the future. And in My Team, your answers can even influence the direction that the team takes before you've hit the track. So this is very crucial for what's about to come up. And media coaching is something it's a perk you can purchase in the contract screen in the team headquarters. And let's head into this insane cinematic. It's just amazing.
Hello folks, and welcome to this, a very special edition of Paddock Pass. As you can see, there's no pit lane behind me, and as you can hear, no roar of engines, and that's because they've set me free from the F1 paddock to escape here to the countryside and to the headquarters of Formula 1's newest team. Now, it's not every day we get to pull back the curtain and look behind the scenes at an F1 team. Rarer still that we get to talk not only to the team owner, but also the team's lead driver. But what makes this place extra special is that the owner and lead driver are one and the same person. Now, it's been an interesting 12 months, and we all know a number of the regulation changes which were due to come into effect this year have been delayed until next. Some, though, are still seeing the light of day, amongst them the all-important budget cap, which gives some of the smaller teams a little further down the order, potentially, the opportunity to compete with the bigger teams. Good for them, but great for us as viewers. But what does our new team owner think about these new rules? Do they see them as a challenge, a hurdle that needs to be overcome? Perhaps they see them as an opportunity to disrupt the status quo, a chance to come out swinging and to carve their name into Formula 1 history. Well, I had the opportunity to ask them these very questions just earlier today, and here's what they had to say. Well, first of all, thanks so much for inviting us here today. It's been wonderful to see behind the scenes. As you might expect, I've got about 1 million questions, so let's jump straight in. It's been a long time since we last saw a team owner take their own car onto the track, and the sport's changed enormously in the intervening years. How are you going to handle the responsibilities of both managing and driving? So
before answering this, I wanted to reveal the race suits and the car and everything later on. But you can see the color scheme of my team and the logo already because it came in the cinematic, which I can't control. But yeah, now let's head to answering the actual questions. So I've gone for the option on the right. This isn't just about me, this is about my team, and I'm behind them 100%. Together we're unstoppable. I think that's good for the morale.
Teammate. Now, it's clear they're excited to have signed with you, but tell me, What is it that you think they bring to the team?
So there's actually quite a lot of good options. It was finding the right fit for our team. Their skill set really suits our team. We've seen what they can do on paper. It was tough to get any drivers to sign on to a new team, but I'm glad they took a gamble. But I went for their skill set really suits our team, because I think it does.
So you've obviously been putting a lot of work into the car. I know it's early days, but how do you expect it to feel out there?
So this is really important. So 3 of these 4 answers, if we select one of the 3 on the 2 middle ones and the one on the left, if we select one of them, it's gonna really affect our team. It's gonna boost one department. So it's either aero or chassis, I'm pretty sure. So I'm gonna go for aero. I'm gonna boost aero because I feel like that's a really that's a part where we really lack at the beginning of my team. So that's why I chose to boost aero.
Most of the other teams can boast years of experience in Formula 1. Where do you see the opportunities to make those vital performance gains you need to put you within reach of the other cars?
Again, this is gonna affect one of our departments. So fuel load I think has to do with chassis. The reducing drag is for aero, and the power unit is obviously for the power unit. And I chose for the power unit this time because I think we've already boosted the aero.
Your success this season is going to come down to whether you can take positions from the other drivers. What is it about your car that's going to give you that edge in those battles?
So we've boosted the aero and the power unit. It's time to boost the chassis side and say something good about the chassis. And yeah, so I clicked on the left option.
And finally, with so many specialist departments working together here at your headquarters, and with such an important deadline coming up, who's getting that coveted Teacher's Gold Star? Which group do you feel the most proud of right now?
So now I have to choose between my departments, and this is a tough one because it affects all of the department's morale. But I think I chose aerodynamics because, like I said, that's a real weak point. So I want to strengthen that at the beginning of my team in this game.
Well, thank you so much for your time. It's been wonderful to get an insight from you and, of course, to see around the headquarters. Thank you for today. Really appreciate it. And thank you all at home for watching as well. We'll see you very soon.
Now that the interview and everything is done, I can finally say that they've really stepped it up in this game with headquarters. I mean, it looks so good with the lake and everything, and the exterior, and the opening interview is just amazing. And you can see this is a bit of a tutorial. We can see our balance, like our bank balance, like how much money we have, and the resource points management, and our claim level. We're going to be a claim level 1 because, I mean, our team just began and we're not going to have much money or resource points either. You can see our color scheme, red, white, and black. And you can see the performance chart, so you can see that we're actually doing really well. We're faster than Alfa Romeo, Haas, and Williams, all 3 of those teams. So we're like well in the midfield. And now this is the driver market.
From here you can see pertinent details on every driver in the sport. Compare them with each other and add them to your watch list. When the contract negotiation window rolls round, this is where you'll approach any drivers you wish to hire.
As the series progresses, if we do get to Season 2 and Season 3, I will definitely be spending a lot more time here looking at potential teammates that I can use for the future, because now I have my team icons as well because I purchased Deluxe Edition for this game. So maybe a few seasons in, if we get there, I mean, Michael Schumacher could be my teammate, which would be absolutely amazing. And now this is about team activities, which is very crucial.
Manage everyone's time as efficiently as possible to maximize the team's performance.
Yes, now I can finally reveal the race suits and the car livery and everything. I spent quite a bit of time looking for a good livery, but they're not the best liveries, but it'll look better when it has some sponsors on it. But the race suit, I'm really proud of it. I think it looks sick. But yeah, that was a nice car reveal. I absolutely love the car reveal animation in this game. It's a really nice. And now we're gonna get an upgrade, an aero upgrade, the front wing gurney flap. It costs 550 resource points, which means we will have only 300 left. So yeah, we're obviously very short of resource points because we don't get that many yet. We don't earn that many yet, but yeah. You can see our chassis and our aero are the ones that need the most upgrading, because our engine is already pretty upgraded because we have supplier upgrades. So we have upgrades given by Honda that came with the engine, so that's really helped us out. And supplier upgrades are always very useful for us. And but we have extra money, so we can purchase a facility upgrade. You can see we already have the full spec one on the aero, so I bought the build time upgrade on the chassis facility. And yeah, now I'm just checking through everything just before forwarding through time. You can see 2 upgrades on the way. There's a chassis upgrade on the way as well, by the way. That's a minor upgrade too. The build time's really slow though, so I think they're gonna come in after the Bahrain Grand Prix. But yeah, we're gonna forward through time. Yes, they will come in after the Bahrain Grand Prix, but we will forward through time now. All of our activities and stuff are getting completed, and we're gonna forward through time to the very first race of the season. I will get into that in episode 1. This is of course the preseason. So yeah, this is like the setup of the team before the actual season begins, and I really can't wait to get into this in episode 1. It's gonna be absolutely insane experiencing all of this again. This is F1ntastic Gaming. Be sure to smash that subscribe button and hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time.